Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is B.fleye Beauty, and this is, we gotta name my little bun. Today I wanted to go through a few things that I have learned from the Happier podcast, as well as a few other things to help you be successful in your day. And these things are very personal. So some of them have little quizzes attached to them. Some of them are very easy. You will know exactly which one you are. And there are 4 that I want to go through that are very specific to kind of life hack situations and being successful in creating habits. And then there are a few more that you probably already know, you've already heard of, that I think are just really fun. So the first one is, what is your tendency? And this comes from Gretchen Rubin, who does the Happier podcast, and she's written books on this. And the 4 tendencies have to do with outer, how do you react to outer and inner expectations? So there is a quiz. I will link all the quizzes below where you can find this out. There are 4 different kinds. There is the upholder, which is me, the obliger, the questioner, and the rebel. And the upholder, which is me, is someone who upholds outer and inner expectations without having accountability, right? If I decide that I want to do something, I just do it, as long as I have decided that it's something I want to do. Or, you know, if someone is expecting me to do it, I do it as well. So it doesn't matter, either or, I do it, right? I uphold the situation. If you're an obliger, you need that outer accountability to complete tasks, whether it's for you or work or someone else. The questioner has to ask a lot of questions. It has to make sense in their mind. And the rebel rebels, right? They don't really want to do anything. They kind of have to trick themselves into making things happen. And I have friends that are all of these. It's very, very interesting. And I think if you know that, it helps you to create a habit. Like, if you're an obliger and you know that you need outer accountability to complete a task, well, then you don't have to be mad at yourself if you can't complete something on your own. You need to call a friend, you know, get someone to look in on you, set a date, things like that. So I will link that below. That has really helped me quite a bit, and I know it's helped a couple of my friends. Also, knowing who your partner is, knowing who your close friends are, and it helps to not take offense to things, because that's just the way the person is, right? And again, this is just about outer and inner expectations and how to deal with them and how to create habits. So if I want to create a new habit, this is, if I'm a rebel, this is how I create this new habit. If you don't already listen to the Happier podcast, it's amazing. And she gives, well, it's her and her sister, and they do just life hacks to make your life happier, easier, simpler. It's really, really great. So if you don't already listen, you need to. So that's number 1. Again, I will link that below. I think it's just a little eye-opening, and it just really helps you create that life that you want after you know the category you fall into. Just makes things a little easier. The next thing is, are you an early bird or night owl? So this is, when are you the most productive, right? So let's say you're starting a workout and you set your alarm for 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., you get up. It's hard to get up, but once you get up, you are good to go. You have your coffee, you're super productive, you get that workout done, you read a whole book, you set your calendar for the day, you check your emails, you make your, like, you are just going, right? You are an early bird. I think everybody has a hard time getting up in the morning, whether they're an early bird or a night owl, but that's just my opinion. If you're a night owl, you're cleaning at night, you're reading at night, you are organizing, you are setting the pace for the next day. That's when your ideas come, you're working extra. So it's just, when are you the most productive? So I know that even though it's hard for me to get up in the morning, I probably set about 10 backup alarms, which is a whole nother story. But I know I'm an early bird. So once I'm up, I am inspired. I look forward to that coffee. I'm just on a roll. I can get a lot of crap done in the morning. As soon as the sun goes down, it ain't gonna happen. I can do it, but it's really hard. I have to make myself do it. And I'm an upholder, so it's a little easier. But it's about, if you want that new habit, right? So if you're a night owl, why do that new habit in the morning? Just be the night owl. Just do that task, that new habit at night, and stop trying to force yourself to be an early bird. Now, clearly this is different than going to work. Most people go to work in the morning and you don't have a choice, but right, if it's creating this new habit for yourself personally, when is the best time to do it? Are you an early bird or night owl? So that's number 2. Number 3 is, are you a moderator or an abstainer? So let's say you're trying to give something up. So technically it's a new habit, but you want to give it up. So whether you want to give up chips, alcohol, smoking, I don't know what else, throw in that habit that you want to get rid of. Is it easier for you to moderate it? Meaning you can set, like, let's say you're going to moderate your chip intake. I say that because that's my weakness. So anytime I go to a Mexican restaurant, I allow myself the chips, but I don't buy chips for my house. So to me, I'm a moderator because I can do things in moderation. And I think that is also part of being an upholder, because I decide to do something and I can. And I think these kind of all like interweave. So I don't have to completely take chips out of my life. Like, I don't have an issue with moderating that. I can have a little bit and then say no to it for 2 weeks and it's not an issue. But there might be some of you where eating chips, you literally have no control. There is no a little bit at a time. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I'll set this little side chip situation and that's all I'll have. Or I will only eat chips on Fridays. Like, you can't do that at all. You are all or nothing. So then you're an abstainer. So now that you know whether you are a moderator or an abstainer, you can set that new habit or remove that habit from your life a little easier, because you know, no, I cannot moderate. I literally have to remove it from my life completely and then I'll be fine. Or, oh, I can just set a schedule. I can set a time. I can set a boundary around it because I'm a moderator. So knowing that really, really helps you, right? If I take that completely out of my life, I will blow up, right? So that is not helpful for me. I have to moderate. So knowing that helps you create a new habit or take that habit out. The 4th one is your love language. And I think this is, oh man, so helpful. Knowing it about yourself and your partner or your sister or your mom or whoever it is that you are in a relationship with, knowing how they like to receive love and how you know you want to receive love. So I took the quiz and I know that my number 1 love language is quality time. And there's like all these memes. I'll put one up about tacos as my favorite one. But I would rather just someone hang out with me, like set aside time on their calendar, have some coffee with me, take a walk with me, go to a movie, whatever it is. Quality time means the world to me. Do I love a great gift? Heck yes. I'm not going to turn down a gift, but my number 1 thing, that's how I receive love the best. When you show me that you can set aside time for me, that is just like warms my heart. So the other ones are acts of service, which is my number 2, right? Someone mowing the lawn for you, someone grabbing your groceries for you, things like that. Acts of service, words of affirmation, you're doing a great job. I love you so much. You look beautiful today, right? Just literally hearing those words. Now for me, at work, I like to hear those. And like if I do something nice for someone, I do want to thank you, but it's not necessarily how I receive love. Physical touch, literally what it says, physical touch. You need those hugs, those kisses, etc. And then gifts is the last one. And literally what it says, you love to receive gifts to show that you are being loved. So those are the love languages. And I know that there is an official quiz on that. So those are the top 4 where I think that you can know pretty immediately what you are. You might not even have to take the quiz for the 4 tendencies and the love languages. I knew that without having to take the quiz what I liked, but it's fun to take quizzes anyway. So I have 4 more things, and these are more for me about feeling okay about who I am, right? maybe there's something that you do, something that you think, something that you feel that you think is maybe a little weird out there. You don't fit in with the crowd. But reading, like when I take these following tests, reading what they are and that there are other people like me, it felt really good. I felt really at peace about some of the things that I worried about. They can help you decide kind of what career to go into. So it's not necessarily for daily habits, but they can help you just know yourself better, know your personality, know your weaknesses, know your strengths, things like that. And the first one is the Enneagram. I'm still learning about it. I know a lot of people are obsessed and love it. It's very confusing to me, but I am a number 4. The romantic, the artist, maybe. I don't know my wings, so do not ask. And I do think that it coincides with the Myers-Briggs type, which I am obsessed with and I completely understand. Well, surface level understand. There's like so much depth in the Enneagram and Myers-Briggs. Myers-Briggs, I am an INFJ, so I am an introvert. I get my energy from being alone. I am intuitive. I am judging, and I am feeling. So you can, again, I will link these below. They're very thorough. This one made me feel the most at peace because I was like, oh my gosh, wow, this is why I feel this way. Like, I'm not alone, I'm not a weirdo. I might be a little bit of a weirdo. Anyway, if you haven't taken that, please take it and let me know what you are below. That one's my favorite, is Myers-Briggs. Your astrology sign, of course, I'm a Taurus. I'm stubborn AF. Everybody knows it. There's only one thing about being a Taurus that I don't find, like they say we're materialistic. I don't find that I'm materialistic. I just find that I like beautiful things, but I don't need a lot of them. So anyway, lastly, your Harry Potter house. This one I was against at first because my house is Hufflepuff, and you know, we all want Gryffindor. I want to be brave, and that's been my word of the year before, is brave, because I used to be scared of everything, and I still am to some extent, but I have embraced the Hufflepuff life, which is friendly and loyal and loves animals, and really that's who I am. So you can also be brave at the same time, but these things just help me know myself better, and it can help you set habits. It can help you feel better about things that are going on in your life. It can help you find a new career path, help you connect with your partner and your family and your relationships. And it's really cool if you get your partner or people in your life, different relationships, to take these tests, because once you know them better, you know how to set dates with them, you know how to react to things that are happening. And I don't know, I find it extremely fascinating. I'm obsessed with the podcast. I'm obsessed in general over taking quizzes, knowing things about myself. Any personality test I am all about. There's another one, it's your creative personality, and maybe I'm a dreamer. I'll put that one down too. I didn't link, or I didn't want to talk about that one today because it was more just about your creative life. Anyway, let me know if you have taken any of these, if you listen to the podcast, what types you are. I'm so interested in this. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I will see you next time.